Stop.
What?
Did I or did I not just give you an order?
Have you seen my appointment book?
I burned it.
You know, I should never let Marguerite do my scheduling.
Call the office and fire her.
She made an appointment for someone at 4 o'clock, but I don't know who it is. I just have the room number.
It's probably a trap. I refuse to let you go.
Well, Mrs. Cobb will be here soon, and I will be home long before dinner.
I don't feel good.
Well, Mrs. Cobb will be here soon. She can take your temperature. Why don't you go get Samantha's little rectal thermometer?
I don't want Mrs. Cobb. I want you to stay home and take care of me.
Baby. All right, let me take a look. Well, you are a little green around the eyes. A little orange around the mouth. Your nose is very red. Actually, look very nice with the upholstery.
I think it was the mayonnaise.
Ah!
I fooled you.
No, you didn't.
It's too nice outside to go back to work.
Oh, Mason, you're the outsy-doorsy type. Why don't you take your little skateboard down to the beach?
Hold still.
That. I warn you, Mrs. Cobb has the key.
We'll just tell her that I'm taking your temperature.
I know I should have asked you first if I could make the appointment for here, but the coalition committee asked me to look into getting legal representation, and you said that...
Wait, what coalition?
To stop the construction of the country club. That's what they're calling themselves. And you said you might be interested since...
You seem very determined here to keep me busy.
Oh, well, you haven't heard any news about Richard yet, or have you?
No, nothing new. So I guess I am all yours.
I'm all right.
What happened?
Don't try to get up. I'm okay.
Look, I'm gonna take you and lie down.
Baby, I'm okay.
I'll call a doctor.
No.
Now look, we don't need your help, okay? And we don't want you here.
Jeffrey, I know you're upset with me, darling, but you can't blame me for this.
I can blame you for whatever the hell I like, all right? And that still wouldn't be enough. Now get out of here before I throw you out. Get out. Just get out.
I can't take any more of this.
You won't have to, okay? And you won't ever have to see her again.
Friend Mr. Stock is doing much better today.
Oh, that's good news.
I'd be happy to take those in for him.
Why? Can't he have visitors?
He can, yes.
But it's not advisable.
What I think is inadvisable is a recovering addict maintaining ties to someone she used to do drugs with.
Doctor, I'm not smuggling anything in.
I don't suppose it would do any good to point out again that you're the one I'm concerned with. Now, we may well lose the battle in Mel's case, but I just assume that you don't go down with them, but suit yourself.
You know, your compassion is overwhelming. If he's such a lost cause, why don't you just kick him out on the street?
We operate under the assumption that everyone can overcome an addiction. But it's only realistic to accept the fact that not everyone can or will. But you've had a good start, Victoria. And people like Mel can be extremely manipulative. He's already managed to have you take control of his life. Dependency is dependency, whether it's on cocaine or on other people.
Maybe he wouldn't have to look for support on the outside if he got a little bit of it in here. Now, where's his room?
Hey, you feeling better? Don't you think you should go and lie down?
Yeah, in a minute.
My heart stopped back there. You know that?
Oh.
Stop.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry. Look, there will be no more shouting matches like that. No more arguments ever.
Jeffrey,
I promise you.
This wasn't Pamela's fault.
Okay. No comment on that one, all right? Look, you want something to eat? Huh? No? All right. Listen to me. There are going to be a few changes around here. One of which This house is going to be out of limits to certain selected people, one of whom just left this house, okay?
Baby, we cannot live this way.
Why not? You said yourself
I
that
know
you
what
didn't...
I said, but I also know that you will resent it. And you will start to wonder why your wife and your mother can't get along.
No, I won't. I mean, you name me one person that she does get along with.
Listen, people can't live their lives in cocoons. All right, it's a good idea and it sounds great, but we will see them anyway. You know we will. This town is not very big.
Well, then I think we should seriously consider leaving Santa Barbara. We don't have to decide that right now.
Good.
But listen, hey, what's to stop us from picking up and starting off somewhere else? Huh? No, we could get a great price for this cottage. We could buy a flat somewhere else. You know, we both got marketable skills. Work won't be a problem.
Baby, that may put a whole different strain on us.
Why?
You know?
Why?
Because each one of us only knowing each other in this new town.
Baby, come on. We're both fairly independent people. It's not like we're not going to make friends once we get jobs and we get out. Listen, hey, and we've always been fairly good company to each other, haven't we?
Yes, of course we have. But Jeffrey, we have never been completely by ourselves. I mean, let's admit it, once we got there, we wouldn't know how we were going to act.
Well, then I think maybe it's time that we found out.
I think I'm going to take that nap right now, okay?
Okay, all right. Whoa. Hey, you okay? You all right? Okay, that does it. I'm calling the doctor. No argument.
All right.
Huh?
Okay.
Where's the number?
My address book.
I cannot get over how much better you are looking, Flowers.
Thank you. Well, I'm telling you, it ain't the food. I think I'm about ready to eat those flowers.
So can I get you anything?
I don't need to gain another 10 pounds like I did last time. You know what I could use, though?
What?
Some clothes.
What for?
For my bod. What do you think?
Mel, I'm not going to help you walk out of here like you did last time.
Look, all I want to do is be able to walk to the solarium and back here without my hiney flapping in the breeze, okay? Now, listen, they told me that you took my clothes when I was admitted, right? What are you looking so suspicious about, huh? I'm not going to tie the clothes together and climb out the window.
Mel, I'll be happy to give you your clothes, but you're going to find something missing from your jacket pocket.
What, I had some stash in there?
About this much.
Oh. I guess it's good that I forgot I had it, huh?
Yeah, I don't think you would have awakened this morning.
Well, look what I have in my hot little paws the whole time that they were admitting me in here. The one I finished last night. Well, the one that almost finished me off.
You can't have that in here, Mel.
Well, I rinsed it out at least a dozen times. No, I'm just going to keep it as a souvenir, you know, like guys in the Army keep the shrapnel that the medics pick out of their chests. But believe me, I've had some wishful thoughts.
Oh, don't I know? I mean, I don't know what I would do if I had it sitting right in front of me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you didn't do one when you found the stuff in my coat.
No. Almost.
Almost. But instead you tossed it, right?
I didn't know what to do with it.
Yeah, so you what?
So, it's at home.
Victoria,
I know.
That was the worst thing you could have done, leaving it sit around like that.
Don't worry, I'm going to get rid of it.
Yeah, when? How?
Today.
Today. Look, Victoria, excuse me for saying this, all right? But I think you should bring it here. I'll sleep a lot better if you flush it before my eyes, okay?
Just don't worry about it. I'll get rid of it.
Look, you had the same reaction when I said I wanted my clothes, right? You didn't trust me, and you were right not to, because we both know all too well how this thing works. Now, I don't want to lie here and worry about the woman who saved my life, especially when it's something you found in my pocket. You know how that'd make me feel if something happened to you? So why don't you just bring the damn stuff here, and we'll have us a nice ceremonial farewell, all right? It'll be like dumping the ashes of that part of our lives out at sea. Huh? How about that?
Okay. It'll give me a reason to come back. But, darling, until then, take a nap. You look terrible.
Ah, so now the truth comes out, huh?
I'll see you later.
Mm-hmm.
sorry, darling. I know I should have called first.
No, you don't need an appointment to see me. Something happened?
Oh, Mason, I just don't know who my friends are anymore.
Well, not to rub it in, Mother, but do you have any anymore?
Do I?
Well, you have me. It's Dad, isn't it? What's he done?
Oh, Mason, I just wish I'd listened to you. I'm so afraid you were right. You see, the oil well, it's gone into debt, and everything else I have is invested in this country club with Cece.
Well, I never objected to that on financial grounds. Dad's a good enough businessman. I knew your money was safe.
Yes, but he's not even interested. I mean, the environmentalists have sent us a notice that they're going to try to go get a court order on us to stop us. And he hasn't lifted one finger to do anything about it.
What kind of court order?
How would I know? They sent us some letter. I found it this morning, just lying around the house. Mason, if they stop construction indefinitely, I could lose everything.
Why would Dad let that happen? He won't.
Come on, you know as well as I do. He could walk away from a loss like this, not even blink an eye.
Do you think he wants the project to flop?
Darling, all I know is that I just wish I had been more cautious. I mean, if you're right, I'm not saying you're right, but if all he wants is to see me hung up to dry, well, I certainly put myself in the right position.
What you need is somebody to keep an eye on Dad.
Who? Jeffrey doesn't want to have anything to do with me. I mean, they've turned him against me, too.
Do you have the letter, Mother?
Darling, would you just take a look at it? I know you don't want to be involved in this, but just a little legal advice, just this once.
It would help if we had some idea who their lawyer is.
Basically, we're a loose alliance of community members and regional board members for national wildlife groups. Some of those national groups have managed to scrape together a little money for us, but they weren't able to free up any of their staff lawyers for something so local and small as this event. So I'm sort of looking into hiring our own lawyer.
Kane, I'm sorry. I apologize. My secretary didn't know when she spoke to you, but I'm afraid there is a potential conflict of interest here.
How's that?
Well, it's personal. And I don't mind telling you, but the man that I don't really know how to describe what he is to me. I guess we're engaged.
Mason?
Yeah. His parents are building the country club. And I would imagine you would prefer to be involved with someone whose ties are strictly with you.
Julia, I brought all of that up when I first proposed your name. I even vouched for your integrity. I said you were the scrappiest lawyer I knew.
Thank you, I think.
It's no problem for us if it's no problem for you. Actually, it might make some great press for us.
Well, listen, Dr. Holmes, what kind of tests are you planning to run here?
Oh, just a regular blood panel.
Yeah?
Maybe one or two other routine tests. I don't expect to find anything serious. Jeffrey, do you mind if I speak alone with Kelly just for a minute?
Oh, no. No, sure. Look, I'll just be in the other room, okay?
All right. I think both of us suspect the same thing.
You think I could be pregnant?
From what you've told me, you'd know better than I if I'm on the right track.
Okay, I really want to keep this away from Jeffrey until we're definite, okay?
I get it. That's how you wanted it. Oh, if I run these over to the lab right now, I may have an answer for you by the end of the day.
Great. Thank you.
Kelly, is this unexpected?
Yes.
Is it unwelcome? There'll be time to talk when we get the results back. In the meantime, try to remember you're tired and you're queasy and you can't be expected to know how you feel about anything. All right?
Okay. Thank you, Doctor.
Jeffrey, I think we're done in here.
Hey, listen, thanks for coming by so quickly. I wanted to ask you as well, is there anything that's special, that I can do while we're waiting for the blood tests?
Well, I don't think a little pampering would hurt her.
Pampering? Well, it's my specialty, isn't it?
Well, thank you, Doctor.
Okay.
Very much.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.
Thanks for coming by. Hi.
Hi.
You okay? So, listen, what can I get you? Some tea? I can bring it upstairs to you.
No thanks, baby. I think I'll just lie down here for a little bit.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. What, do you want me to wake you up at a special time, maybe?
No, that's all right. I probably won't sleep.
You sure you're okay?
Yeah.
Hi, Jake.
Hi, Rita. Sit down.
Thanks.
Well, how's it going?
Well, it's going good. I'm feeling excited.
Well, that's good. What about?
Oh, well, I just put in a job application here.
Well, what about Johnny's? It's gonna kind of crush Pearl, you know.
Well, I have to start thinking about getting ahead financially.
Yeah, well, I'm sure he'll understand that.
Don't eat lunch.
Why not?
Actually, to tell the truth, I stopped by the club where you worked, the Lair, and they told me you'd be here.
Oh, why did you do that?
Don't you think it's a nice day out?
Yeah, Rita, you're losing me here.
Well, I thought it was such a nice day out. Maybe it'd be fun to go on a picnic. How about it?
Look, I don't know. You know, I don't think so. Is that okay?
I told myself I wasn't going to take no for an answer.
Yeah, well, sometimes that's okay, and sometimes it isn't. I'm sorry.
I'm trying to remember what I was going to say if you said no.
Look, Rita, I mean, it'd be just terrible company, boring.
It was really a good reason, and I knew that it would convince you, and now I can't remember what it was. Just give me a second here.
All right, look, why don't you tell me on the way, okay? Let's go.
No. No, you don't really want to. I mean, don't. I mean,
Look,
you don't want to, don't.
It's a beautiful
no.
day out. I mean, what better reason do you need?
Well, actually, all I have is cold chicken.
Well, you know, anything's gonna taste better than the restaurants I've been eating at lately, so...
No, I think you're right. I think it's a bad idea.
Rita, who's trying to convince who to do what? Huh?
Okay.
I'm having a pest.
Of course not.
I love you. I hate to see you sad like this. I feel like it's all my fault.
Why?
Well, nothing's been easy either. And I ought to be able to make everything wonderful for you.
You know what, baby? I think we both expect too much.
You know, sometimes it feels like we've been married for 35 years, at least.
Is that good or bad?
Probably both. I mean, God knows we've had plenty of excitement in our lives. But it's always the wrong kind, huh? You know, baby, if you don't want to move away and start somewhere else, we're gonna have to find another way to stop feeling so stuck. And I know you feel it too.
Sometimes, yeah, but
You see, we're just starting to get to know each other, you know? And I don't want us to miss out on that time that married people always seem to look back on as some kind of magical time. You know, everything should still feel new to us right now.
maybe we skip that part.
Don't say that.
I think I could use that cup of tea right now.
Well, I've had the water boiling for an hour. I'll get it for you.
Okay.
Hi, can I speak to Dr. Holmes, please? Kelly Conrad. Hi. I guess you know why I'm calling. Well, how much longer do you think it'll take? Well, no, I'd rather you didn't call. Can I meet you somewhere? Great. Okay, yeah, I'll be there. Thank you.
Hey, what are you doing?
Oh, baby, I forgot. I lined up an interview for this afternoon.
No, wait.
Yeah.
You can't go out now, not like this.
Baby, it's fine. There's nothing wrong with me. He told us that.
But what if it happens again?
It's not far. I'll be careful. I promise.
Well, I'll come with you.
No, it's okay. It's fine. I'll be right back. Okay? Let me do this. Hello?
Hi, let me talk to Carl. No, he cannot reach me here. Look, just get him on the phone. Hi, Carl, it's me. Look, I just wanted to check in. You got Richard? How bad? Look, I have to go. I will make arrangements as soon as possible. Oh, I'm sorry. I guess I locked the door by accident.
Well, where did you come from?
Well, I was in Mrs. Conrad's office, but they told me that the meeting was to be held here instead.
You're associated with this coalition, Miss Bedford?
More or less, yes.
Oh, well, I was used to dealing with your Mr. Garver.
Yes, well, he is on his way with our lawyer. We took separate cars.
And I did try to call him and tell him I preferred the meeting in my attorney's office.
Your son is representing you?
Do you have a problem with that?
Well, no, I don't. But our counsel may.
Why?
But
Julia, I thought you had to work today. How could you even think about taking this case without asking me first?
Me? You're the one who swore up and down that you wouldn't get near this thing with a 10 foot. What do you mean, asking you?
My mother had no one else to turn to.
She certainly has your number.
That is a rude and irrelevant thing to say.
excuse me, is there another phone I can use somewhere?
There's one in my office down the hall.
Great, thank you.
Where were we?
Rude and irrelevant.
Oh.
Look, I'll go with you.
Look, I don't need a chaperone.
Well, there's nothing earth-shaking happening here.
But Kane, you are riding herd on me, not letting me out of your sight like this, and it has to stop. Now, granted, I haven't given you any reason to trust me, but I'm gonna do what I have to do whether you are watching me or not.
I don't care, Julia. You should have known
Excuse me.
that. Yes, Mama.
We keep this meeting underway. I mean, we're the ones that are supposed to be disputing parties, not you two.
Yes, of course.
Well, aren't we missing someone?
I think we should start without her.
I see. All right. I apologize for the delay. Circumstances seem to have caught Ms. Wainwright and myself by surprise.
Well, who knew Mason would find merit in a case where yesterday there was none?
I thought I had corrected that erroneous assumption. I prefer to negotiate with you alone, Kane, since Miss Wainwright has agreed to withdraw from the case.
You have?
There must be a ventriloquist in the room.
That's what you said.
Yes, I believe I qualified that with the phrase, when hell freezes over.
Personally, I think the arrangement could work in favor of both of us. I mean, our attorneys working constantly together. Of course, if they can somehow hammer out their domestic difficulties. But it seems to me we could therefore come to some mutually agreeable compromise instead of going tit for tat in some courtroom.
Well, excuse me, I don't think that we're going to be able to compromise, you see, because the construction is already going on and irreversible damage is being done, so we're filing for an injunction.
I tell you what, suppose we file for a moratorium during the period of the negotiations. We'll call off the tractors and you call off the pickets.
Conservation needs expert study, not negotiation, so that's what we want, expert study.
What, conducted by you at our expense?
Good girl.
Why are you looking at me that way? I didn't take anything from you.
I wasn't even going to ask.
You know, I tell you, you don't know how weird it was walking in here with that in my purse.
I'll bet. You could have been jumped. Or you could have been queen for a day.
Ha 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 ha. So what do we do? What do we do now?
Well, here, I got it. Empty or fill out one of those cups of water.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Okay.
over at the sink.
So now what?
Now, we begin the ceremony.
Okay.
Okay. Here it goes. I, Melvin Bernard Stock, being of sound mind and body.
Oh, don't make it sound like your last act. Come on.
All right. I, Melvin Bernard Stock, do solemnly swear in the presence of my best friend to start acting like my life is good for something besides throwing away.
And to quit cocaine forever.
And to quit cocaine. Here, you do the rest.
Okay. I, Victoria Lane Capwell, do solemnly swear in front of my good friend Mel, whom I love dearly, that I will quit cocaine forever, and I will take this one day at a time.
Good. You want to do the honors over there?
Yeah.
Through?
My doubts about that, but it felt pretty good. You know, I think we should put this in our screenplay.
Hey, yeah, that's a great idea. Listen, I tell you what, why don't you stay for dinner and we'll work on it together?
Oh, I have got a much better idea. Why don't I go down the street, get some of those yummy ribs down the street?
No, I don't want you to leave yet.
Oh, come on, I've only got about 20 minutes. You know, besides, if we're gonna turn over a new leaf, let's get fat. All right, I'll be back in a minute.
I thought you left. How was your meeting with...
How far along am I?
Very early, 5 or 6 weeks.
Right after I came home. I was away in New York for a little bit, and I came back the second week in February.
Do you wish you hadn't?
Maybe.
Why? You don't have to tell me.
No, it's not Jeffrey. I love him very much.
He certainly seems to adore you.
But there's more to a marriage than that, and I think I found out the hard way.
You feel the marriage is shaky?
No, not this week, but I mean, our personal life is just so up in the air right now. We both quit our jobs.
I can't believe money is a problem.
No, but direction is. I mean, Jeffrey is still trying to figure out what he wants to do career-wise, and me, I haven't stayed with a job for more than a year. Not that I'm not good at what I do, nothing has held my interest, you know?
And how important is a professional life to you?
I don't honestly know. Oh, I mean, I come from a background of overachievers, and maybe I'll decide one day that this is not for me. And right now, I probably don't have a choice.
Oh, that's not true. Mothers work.
I know, but I just do not want to have a baby and not stay home with it. I mean, it's just too ingrained in me. And Jeffrey's talking about going away and starting someplace else. I don't know if he means it, but I can just see myself in a new town with a child, painting watercolors in my spare time. That sounds selfish, I know.
No. Every woman who becomes pregnant fears losing her independence.
Well, every woman I know did.
Well, you have a liberty other women don't have. Kelly, if you want to stay home, you can. If you decide child rearing is not for you, you can hire someone else to do it.
Yeah, you're right. It's not that I don't want children. I do. I just really want to be ready. I just wonder if this wouldn't be so insurmountable if... My home life right now is a model of stability compared to every other marriage in my family. And I think the most selfish thing of all is I really wanted it to be a big event. You know, I wanted everyone to be there, and the cigars and the celebrations and all that. And right now I feel like they probably wouldn't even take notice. See, I grew up in a family with kids and the family always being there, and I couldn't offer that to my baby right now. All I could offer it would be me. And I'm not selling myself short. I just really don't believe that's enough for a child.
Now, look, I'm not going to get all preachy on you. Kelly, you've got choices. I think you know what they are. I can't help you with some of them because, well, for personal reasons, but I'll refer you to someone who can. But I think we both can agree that the most important discussion to have is with Jeffrey, not with me. Don't wait. Tell him.
Certainly entitled to make your own mistakes. I just can't believe you'd have so little respect for me.
What would you like to do about dinner, Bawana, Sahib, exalted one?
Your grace will be sufficient. Julia, do you have any idea what it's like for a man in this society to be told that his wishes count for nothing?
No, but I'm sure it's more painful than words can say.
I'm addressing a serious issue here. You know what I'm like.
Yes, I know. Without the daring, risque exterior, you're the most conventional soul alive.
Exactly. And I don't want anyone, including my mother, thinking that I can't control my wife.
I'm not your wife. But when I am, I assure you, I will never disobey you. Besides, can you help it if this Scarlet Woman defies you and actually follows her own conscience?
Oh, humbug. That is absolute humbug. Since when have you been out throwing your body between the bunny rabbits and the backhoes?
Well, that's not my style.
No, you can say that again. Your convictions, all put together in a heap, make about as much sense as Dr. Seuss.
So what are you saying? I have no convictions?
I'm saying they're a mental Mardi Gras. You have a brain, Julia, but you drag it behind you on a leash. First you hear the sob story, and then you start looking around for some principle. Anybody can convince you of anything.
Oh, really? You haven't had very much luck convincing me to drop this case now, have you?
I can. Watch me.
What are you trying to do? Hypnotize me?
No. I'm wondering how to make you feel what it's like to be a motherless child. Abandoned. Nobody to rock you when you cry. Nobody to care who hurts you. Or why.
Please don't rhyme. You know I hate it when you do that.
So you learn to be a mother to yourself. You tell yourself all those things that you wish she would tell you, because there's nobody else there to tell you how strong you are, how tall you are, how bright you are. And you hold this imaginary mother inside, fiercely and passionately, because nobody but the two of you understand what you really are.
Is this supposed to be proving something again?
And then imagine the wonder and the exhilaration when one day, magically, the woman herself appears, calling you to her, telling you all those things that no human being ever said to you, except you yourself, at night, in bed, all alone. And then she tells you how much she needs you, that she has no one else to turn to. Well, now will you drop the case?
You are completely unscrupulous.
Did I make my point?
That I'm a sucker? Do I deny it? Why else would I be with you?
You're faltering. I love it.
And you're enjoying this too much.
You're right, I am. To hell with dinner. Let's go to bed.
Out of the way, please.
He's in cardiac arrest. Okay, get a line going and push an amp of bicarb. I need a bolus of lidocaine, and set me up a drip. Victoria, get out! This is not the time for you to be here right now. He's in VFib. Okay, give me the paddles and set up for 300 jolts. Clear. Clear. Clear.
How is he?
He didn't make it, Victoria.
He's dead?
I'm sorry.
how can that be? He was getting better. You said he was out of danger.
He was. But somehow he got hold of some more cocaine.
When?
I don't know. We think that it must have been sometime today.
How? It's not possible.
We don't check everybody that comes in here, but we found a bottle of this on the side of his bed. Now, you saw him today. How did he seem? Did he say anything about anybody coming in today?
No. He talked about the changes that he was going to make in his life. He talked about how glad he was to have a new chance. He talked about the movie and all the things that we were going to do together.
Maybe it doesn't matter how it happened. He knew the consequences and what they would be if he kept using. Apparently, he wasn't ready to stop.
Don't come any closer. This is sick.
Why? We're consenting adults
Yeah,
here.
well, I don't know what I'm consenting to.
Nothing. I'm conceding defeat.
No, you aren't. That I'd recognize.
You're the most exciting woman I've ever met.
Why?
Sends shivers down my spine when you can't accept a compliment.
You know, something is very wrong here. And if you give me just a minute, I'll figure out what that is.
Nothing is wrong, Julia. You'll stay on the case, and so will I. We're both professionals. That's what we're trained to do.
I think the fog is lifting.
In the courtroom, we'll clash like warriors. But at night, we'll lay down like a lion and a lamb.
Oh, my God. You're bored with me.
You haven't been listening.
I have too. That's it. You're bored with me. 2 lousy months, and you're already looking for strange things to do to bring back the romance.
I'm looking for ways to tear your clothes off, so shoot me.
Some men come home one day and want to try on their wife's underwear, or for some reason think it'll be amusing to be chained to the bed, or dressed in leather, or spanked with a silver hairbrush.
Love's a two-way street. I'll try anything once.
But you, I know what makes your blood race, what makes you stamp your foot like a stallion. Arguments, that's it. That's what makes your little horns perk up when you think about that. I know that. It's your one and only aphrodisiac, Mason, listening to yourself talk.
That's not true.
It is too. You would love it if they would institutionalize conflict, to have and to hold, to bargain and to quibble, till death do us part.
You want to know what makes my blood race? I'll tell you what makes my blood race.
Aha!
Classical music.
Bull.
Proust.
Liar. You want to be locked in mortal combat for the rest of our lives, which is why you won't quit this case and why all of a sudden you don't want me to, right?
Well, so what?
Well, so what? So you think the sparks have gone and you think this is the only way to get it back.
I adore you. I'll let you grind my face in the dirt. I'll let you wear my underwear if you want.
The blue pair? Forget it. Our vocal cords will be gone in a year.
Julia, will you stop it? Nothing's gone. Nobody is bored here. I love getting along with you. I love pork chops and domesticity. I love not getting along with you, too. What further proof do you need of my devotion?
Get Pamela to get another lawyer.
You don't really want me to do that. You're as competitive with me as I am with you.
Am not.
Or too.
We will not let this influence our home life. We will not discuss this case. Once we get inside this door and outside this door, we will adhere to the highest principles of forensic decorum.
It goes without saying.
You may pounce now. Hurry.
You are the dream.
Hello? Andrea?
better.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And the job interview?
Oh, I didn't get it.
Now, well, don't be discouraged. I know that has no real effect when you say it to me, but you're a lot more sensible than I am. Come here. Hi.
Hi.
So, I sure kept you there long enough, huh?
Yeah.
How's your appetite? I started dinner already.
Okay. Yeah. You're so good to me.
Yeah, well, not good enough.
Well, I think we have to make up for all the rest. Because our parents and our jobs and all the pressures are not going to go away. And I think we need to learn how to deal with each other on good days and bad.
Yeah. I guess I just feel that there wouldn't be any bad days if they would all just stay the hell away from us, you know?
Maybe you're right. But where are we to know that the one thing that pulls us apart is the one thing that holds us together? You know? Do I have time to go upstairs and lie down before dinner just for a little bit?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think you should.
Okay.